Hi, I am Paul Woolen, and welcome to the YouTube channel Cat of Frequency, the channel about sound synthesis and sound creation. And today we're going to be synthesizing again in Harmor, and today is a very special day because today we're going to be synthesizing kick sound and kick sample right in Harmor, right from scratch, from the default. And we're not going to be synthesizing some synthetic kick sound like you hear in factory presets for some synthesizers. No, we're going to be synthesizing serious, professional, powerfully sounding, bounding kick for electronic dance music, for EDM. Some EDM element called kick, powerful, bounding kick, professional kick. Something like this. Sounds professional, I guess. More or less. And I got a present for you. As always, I put the link below the video. The link with the 5 presets. 5 presets for Harmor, and those are kick presets for Harmor. All of them are powerful. All of them are strong and pounding kicks for electronic dance music. Some genres like progressive style, like progressive trance, progressive house, Dutch house, I think. All the electronic dance music genres use that type of kick sound. And now I get a pattern for you, just a pattern of the track. I don't know why I made this, but as far as I'm concerned, this is just cool, just a cool pattern and just a cool idea for a techno or maybe some progressive style of electronic dance music. And let's just listen to it. Yeah, and as you can see, those are all Harmors. 3 Harmors, and it's just bass, clap, and it sounds very different. Depending on the octaves and the kick itself. As you can see, the kick preset consists of 2 parts, A and B in Harmor, and those are just kick itself again, and sub-element for that kick, just for the, I think, high frequencies, the attack on high frequencies. Yeah, and now let's talk about kick. Yeah, you hear kick everywhere. Yeah, kick you hear everywhere. It is everywhere in the music, not just electronic dance music, but even in classic music there are kicks. Just maybe some bass drums from the live drums. And everyone uses kick. We can hear the kick sample, the kick sound everywhere in the music. Why do you need to synthesize a kick sample yourself? I know that you like to download and buy some sample libraries for electronic dance music with the samples and loops in it, and you like to just go through all the library, all the kick folder right here. You know, I got kicks here. Every type, every kind of kick is unique. And it's just great. So when you encounter a problem with where you're finding a perfect kick for your situation, for your track, for your pattern, you usually just go through the whole folder and look for the perfect kick. You're not gonna find your perfect kick there, because those are kicks for somebody, not just perfectly for you, because the kick that you're gonna need is just your kick. Your kick's gonna sound very unique, and you want to synthesize your kick just because you want that kick to fit very perfectly with your bass line, with your all other percussions, all other instruments, all other drum samples to fit just perfectly there. So I got just bass and clap, not that many sounds. And I found that this kick fits very well with my bass. Just pounding kicks, pounding energy of that kick. The idea here that you should find your ideal kick, that suits your needs, that fits perfectly with your situation, with your case. So, and the main benefit of Harmor, the general benefit of Harmor, is you can do every kind of kick, every type of kick sound, and every type of helping element, that helping element in the B part of my Harmor. So in Harmor, you get the whole universe of kick synthesis. And to synthesize a kick, it's very simple, and it doesn't take a lot of time from you. So the main idea is just kick modulation, pitch modulation, sorry. Here's the pitch modulation. That's all, okay? All other knobs and faders, they are just supporting that modulation and make it better in some way. But the main idea is just pitch modulation. So let's get down to our kick synthesis, and we're gonna be default. So here's our saw wave. And first we're gonna need to go to our timbre 1 harmonic level, just right clicking on that window, and we go to timbre 1 harmonic level. And we're doing this, just creating a new dot and dragging it to the lower left corner. Just lower this down, and now zoom in here. Now we're gonna drag it a little bit closer and leave it here. Okay. No. Like this. Yeah. Leave it here. So we hear just 3 sine waves. Remember that those are all 516 sine waves, 516 harmonics in that field. And we're gonna leave just first three of them. And they're getting smaller in amplitude. Now we're gonna get to our pitch envelope here. And we're gonna synthesize the kick itself. Yeah, tempo dependence. Actually, you're gonna need a tempo dependence just to stay on course with me, because the net is very relative. Already we can hear those clicks. Yeah, and we're gonna build it like this. Just make envelope like this, the pitch envelope like that. Okay, that will do. And now we want to go to volume envelope. Actually, very useful thing here in a kick synthesis. So tempo dependence active, and we're gonna synthesize. We're gonna make this envelope like that. Now we want to zoom in to the left side. So we want to move our second dot after the first one. First, we want to drag it to the dead left end and drag it a smidge to the right. Just a smidge. And yeah, now we control the sharpness of attack by movements of that dot up and down. I'm gonna leave it here, somewhere here, right? And then you wanna envelope your tail, your kick tail here. So do you wanna leave it like that, or maybe a little bit longer on the bass frequencies? And you can do it whatever you want here, like this. But I'm gonna leave it this way. And now we want to decorate our kick, and we're gonna decorate it with harmonic blur, with a prism. So raise the prism level right here, and just a smidge turn up the harmonic blur. Harmonic blur creates new harmonics from the bottom to the top. Not that much, but that much will do. And just find your sweet spot here on the prism amount. Maybe turn off the multiply mode. But in my case, those parameters will do. And if you want to change your envelope, the pitch envelope at that point. And as I've said earlier, the thing is that pitch envelope, this pitch envelope is almost 100% responsible, 99% responsible for that timbre, for our timbre of the kick. And we will back to that envelope later on, but now we're moving further. Yeah, I want to add some harmonizer to our kick and go to edit articulator in the amount knob and make a shape like that. So without it and with it. We got a click here. So we click. Yeah, I think that's it for the A part, and we're moving to the B part for our helping element for that kick. Some high frequencies for our attack, for our kick attack. That will make our kick much better. Now it's more like a synthetic kick. Yeah. And how do we do high frequencies? We're gonna make some, I think, close hat or hi-hat element, something like this, something similar to hi-hat or close hat from the drum elements. And what we're gonna need for this is just white noise, the clean white noise. And how do we make it? I'm gonna show you right now. So we'll go to pitch section here, and we're going to turn on the octave distribution on a pitch section. We're getting this evenly distributed harmonics on our harmonic spectrum. Yeah, that sounds quirky and ugly, but now we're going to need phaser. Just turn it on and move it to the top. And as you can see, the whole phaser thing is just, it's a type of filter with a more than one band that cuts off our frequencies. And the position of those bands that cut out our frequency range, it can change over time and move over time. So as you can see, those are bands that cut out our frequency range, our frequency spectrum, harmonic spectrum actually. And they're moving over time, moving up. Yeah, we don't need this type of phaser. We're gonna choose just frequency type. As you can see, those are our harmonics, and they're changing in a pitch level. They're actually changing the pitch level over time, respectively similar to the movements of those bands that cut out our frequency range. So frequency type of phaser, it's not actually a phaser, it's just some type of prism, I think, more or less. And now you're gonna leave just the octave scale on phaser, turn the width knob to the top. And now we're gonna edit articulator for our width knob, and we're not gonna need envelope. We're gonna go to LFO, and here just raise the amount of LFO to the top. Turn up the speed, and yeah, we got our white noise. Don't ask me how I found this, how to make that white noise, but now we're gonna need to turn all the voices of the unison up to all 9. Turn down the level of panning for our unison section. Turn all the way to the top, the pitch thickness level and the phase level. All the way to the top. Remember, octave scale in our pitch section. Yeah, we just get our white noise. And now we're gonna go to volume envelope again. In our B part, remember, delete all the old dots here. Tempo dependence activated. And build the shape like that. That shirt of an envelope, and now we're gonna need some filtering here. So we'll go to our filter section and just leave our low pass by default. Turn up the width knob and turn down the cutoff frequency knob to the 70% precisely. Not precisely, but something like that. Okay, now activate our envelope and activate the tempo dependence for our envelope for our filter 1 frequency, cutoff frequency knob. And you want to build this shape so we hear some filtering again. We might use our pluck knob, but I think we're gonna be fine with this. Yeah. Now let's hear that sample. Let's hear that sound with our basic sound of kick. And yeah, that sounds great. Better than I have expected. Now you want to use this fader of A and B mix and find your sweet spot with the level of amplitude of those parts. Maybe by that fader and that fader. But I guess that will do for me. And maybe add some bandpass filter to the part of B in our white noise part, and just choose a bandpass, classic bandpass filter in our filter 2, and the resonance for that will be low pass type. Now turn it down like that. And find your sweet spot for the resonance. Now we're gonna hear it with our kick. Turn it down, and we just get our kick. So let's kick some butt here. And the final part is our effects section. I'm gonna use some soft saturation in distortion effects, and I'm just developing a habit to always use some distortion, but not precisely the overdrive type of distortion, you know, but some soft saturation. Just turn the volume up by that fader, and you'll hear the difference, sweet difference. So those parameters will do for me. And the final part is compression. Maybe you want to use some outer compression, but I'm alright with this. Actually, I have some outer, outer sound processing. I have a Maximus compressor here. Without it, it will be sounding like this, and I guess you hear the difference in my voice in that kick. So I suggest that you always use some compression on your kick when you're synthesizing a kick yourself. Yeah. Those parameters will do for me, will work for me, and I'm happy with this kick. So maybe I should lower it down, on a pitch section, like that. Yeah. And now maybe I want to make it better in pitch envelope. Yeah, that will do. And please don't forget about the very special knobs. Actually, there are two very special knobs, and this is just the start knob in the timbre section in our A part where you synthesizing your kick. It can definitely change your attack. The sharpness of attack. So find your sweet spot here. And basically it tells that fader, that knob tells our phase, tells the phase of our waveform where to start, from what position to start. From here, it's basically our sine wave. And from which position to start, you can definitely set it here. That's great for me. And the second knob is just ramp here in our advanced part, and you want to change it for both your parts, for A and B. Now, firstly, I want to find the sweet spot in my A part where I have my kick. Some noise. That will work. And what basically the ramp is, and the ramp is the parameter ramp tells our harmonic spectrum and our harmonics. Remember, we have here maximum 516 harmonics, and it tells those harmonics where to start precisely each of them. So there will be a ramp for our harmonical spectrum, for our harmonic spectrum. On that position, the first harmonic starts right from the beginning, right from the start when we hit the note, and the 516th harmonic starts a little bit late. Now we have them started at the same time, and it creates some noise. I'm gonna use this parameter, like that. And now I wanna work on my B part. I don't want to use the start knob because it doesn't matter here, and the ramp doesn't make much difference, but I'm gonna leave it at 0. Yeah, very sharp attack. Some changes in an envelope for volume in the B part. And yeah, in the envelope for our kick, also that will be much better. That's great. So here's your kick, and don't forget about your bonus. Right underneath this video, I put the link where you can download all five presets for Harmor with massive pounding kicks. Not for massive plugin, but for Harmor, and you get 5 pounding progressive EDM kicks for your Harmor. That's all for today. I think you've just learned a very cool thing to synthesize, very cool sound to synthesize, where you can use it everywhere. Again, it's everywhere. Kick is just the most usable and popular sound in every genre of music. So use it, apply it, create, innovate, experiment with this. And don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments below the video. And I'm gonna say bye for today, and I will see you in the future lessons. So bye now.